Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I have no idea. We're going to see what comes through. So, keeping in mind these are general readings, take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect directly with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links necessary down below in the description box where you can email me for a personal reading, letting you know there is a finite amount of spaces available each week. It is a first come, first serve. They do fill up rather quickly, but if you email me, I'll let you know how many spaces are available for the week, as well as further information from there. And also make sure you do join me on over at my podcast at Scatter Love Radio. It's just a fun, chill time where I talk about anything and everything, and I'm super transparent about my own life. And yeah, it's just a hangout where you can take me on the go with you. So I hope to see you there, but we'll go ahead and get into your reading and find out what is today's daily dice source. What messages do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know? What is today's daily dice? So we have Gemini, Neptune, and the first house. Ooh, illusions about how you're communicating with yourself today. Maybe you haven't been honest with yourself about something. With Gemini and Neptune coming together here, there's like definitely unclear communication. But when we have first house, we're talking about self, right? Just an overlay here. It's like who we are, how we see the world, what steps we want to take forward, how we choose to lead, how we choose to breathe. No, it's really just how we choose to be out in the world, right? Our identity in the world. And with Gemini, it's next to Gemini saying, I'm okay with communicating my identity out into the world, who I am, what I feel most comfortable as, what feels good in my heart and my soul to be expressed as. And usually that's a good way to be. But with Neptune coming through here, there's this energy of being clouded and not clear and not seeing all that is, and being stuck in a past belief that is keeping you in a place of lack and poverty, that's keeping you in a place of not understanding the truth of who you are. Right? When we're clouded with ourselves, we have a hard time being in a place where we accept ourselves, and then again allowing ourselves to be accepted by society and by others, right? And it's not about being accepted by society or others, truthfully. However, when we accept ourselves, then these things naturally happen on the outside. Then we're accepted by others. It's just how the world works. So if we're constantly in a place of denying ourselves and telling ourselves something that isn't true, then we're fighting the natural order of being a spiritual being here, having a human experience. So there's a new beginning that's about to happen for you, and there's a need to adapt to this. However, there is some sort of superficial belief that's coming through here for you. It could have been from your social networks. This could have been from close friendships. This could have been from maybe gossip that you heard, some kind of inconsistency in your life as a young child that you are experiencing that is now coming to light where you need to face that. And so the key here is to listen to your intuition and allow yourself to let go of the delusions and the illusions that have been created here, any confusion that may be coming up, and allow yourself to receive who you are to yourself and not being guilty. I feel like the main message here is to not be guilty about who you are. There's some sense of coming in that maybe others have made you feel bad for who you are, what you choose to believe, how you choose to be in this world, or whatever it is, or just who you are. This may not have anything with what you choose to do. It could just be with who you are at the core of your being, and people have made you feel guilty for that. And it's time for you to see that that is an illusion trying to keep you away from your truest self, your highest self, and your heart. And that's because of others' misunderstandings of you. Just because they don't believe or see the world the way you do doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means that there's duality in this world, and that's a huge part of that dualistic nature. Okay? And so just because you're the opposite of somebody's life does not make you wrong. There's a left and a right. There's an up and a down. There's a hot and a cold. This is a very dualistic world. But just because someone's cold doesn't mean that hot is wrong. And just because someone's hot doesn't mean that cold is wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like that's what it's saying here. It's like, don't let that guilt overwhelm you and keep you in this place of truly believing that you're not worth expressing the whole of who you are. We're dealing with first house. It's all about expression. Let your radiance shine. This card just flipped out first and foremost. Absolutely. It's time for you to let your radiance shine. You have a right to be who you are in this world. It doesn't have to fulfill anybody else's agenda, right? We have clouds with shape shifting on the bottom, and this talks about changing the way you look. So I feel like, whereas this card is usually encouraging people who haven't changed the way that they look to go and do so, I feel like what this card is bringing in this reading is that you've done this in order to be accepted. And they're saying to stop changing the way you look on the outside just so that others are going to accept you. It's time for you to look within and find the truth of who you are and let yourself be vulnerable in this world. Let yourself shine your light. Let yourself be who you're meant to be, because when you become who you're meant to be, that's going to help someone else become who they're meant to be. And we have a lot of action energy. The sun coming through again with yang energy, with Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. We have proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. Yeah, expression. I cannot make this up. This is for real. Your expression. It is stop hiding your expression of self. It doesn't matter what another person says. If they made you feel guilty, that's because they feel guilty about never being able to express themselves. Okay, it's all projection in the world. We're projected a lot of illusions in this life, and we're made to believe those illusions because we don't know any better, right? We don't know that we have a choice until we realize we do have a choice. And this is Source coming in saying you do have a choice. Express yourself. Express yourself, right? And be ferocious about it. Stop allowing yourself to be molded by society. Stop allowing others to try and dictate who you are because they don't understand you. It's okay to be misunderstood. It's okay to be seen as someone who's weird. It's okay to be seen as someone who's crazy. Because you know what? If normal is being like all those other boring people out there who never take a chance in life, who never choose to make a change in their life, I don't want to be like that. Do you? I sure hope not. Because that's really boring. Sticking into a life and saying that from the time I turn 20 until the day I die, I never change the way I am. I never change the way I believe. There's so much world out there. And that's such a minimalistic and small-minded way to approach life that it leaves you like wanting and unfulfilled, because we're expansive beings. We're part of the universe, which means ever expanding. The universe is infinite, and if we're part of that, we're infinite beings too. And if all we do is live from a place that's this big, we feel blocked in and we feel caged in. Right? You see all these sharp rocks down here? It's like, this is stuff that hurt. This is things that really hurt you. But you know what? It's okay that it hurt you. It's meant to make you stronger. It's meant to make you more resilient, because there's something about you that's meant to be seen by the world. And without that ferocious energy, without that fierceness, you wouldn't be able to express yourself freely the way that you're meant to. And that all comes from those broken hearts. That all comes from those judgments. That all comes from being seen as somebody who's different, who's weird, who's an outcast. That's what gives you a backbone in this life. And learning that that's nothing personal, but it's just a projection of where another person is, that's where strength comes from. So embodying that and allowing yourself to stand in your expression will truly give you some sense of peace and satisfaction in this life. So this is what I have for you. If this is your story, leave a sun emoji down below and say, I let my radiance shine, because my love, you truly deserve to be seen by others. It's time for you to show your light in the world. There's somebody who's waiting to see you shine so that they can shine too. Okay, leave me a thumbs up down below, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do just want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. I'm sending you out a big energetic hug. I love you so much. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. And until next time, stay human. Bye.